SH9T.
The swing today was absolutely insane.
Picture Elon Musk and Warren Buffett starting their own YouTube channels, creating videos on making millions from 7 different sources and securing that 8th wonder of the world, passive income. And I mean thousands of videos filled with pure gold advice. These are the personal finance influencers, or finfluencers for short.
Hi, my name is Andre Jick.
What's up, guys? It's Graham here.
Don't sue me, bro.
Millions of dollars made through investments in crypto, stocks, real estate, and even AI.
I did in March at least double the highest month revenue I had before.
No.
So maybe there's a thumbnail for you.
All
right, what is it?
$2 million.
It was over 2.
Let alone the millions of dollars from sponsorships and YouTube ad revenue.
So Kevin, how much money are you making this year?
Oh, well, this year from YouTube ads, I made $3 million. It started out really hot, but hey, you know what? I'm not complaining.
Combined, they gather more than 2 million views and more than 13 million subscribers. Definitely there must be something special about them. Well, not really exactly. Lately, they've been under some immense backlash all over the internet for the not financial advice pieces of advice that they give.
Today we're talking about a bank promoted by YouTubers that's now become a casino and users can't get their money out.
However, there's one sneaky little financial influencer who thinks that he can avoid accountability because he's running and hiding like the little coward he is.
Graham Stephan and Andre Jick are involved in yet another scam.
Video after video, even their own followers are rioting on Reddit. And this made me curious to find out why. And boy, the stuff I found was bad. Their success mainly comes from the so-called expertise they claim to have in stock investments.
I'm going to show you everything in this video.
They make it sound so easy.
In today's video, I'm talking about the best 10 stocks that you could put in $1,000 today,
Maybe a little bit more.
and invest for the rest of your life and not worry about a thing.
Lay back and watch, your life will... But an expert needs to back up their claims with evidence, especially if you're selling courses for $2,000 or more. And since I enjoy exposing people, I spent 3 weeks looking into some of their stock picks.
Now is the time to get on the Nikola train.
Let me share with you what I think will happen to all the assets in 2022.
Apart from the usual suspects like Google, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla stocks, and index funds, most of the recommendations were rubbish. Meet Kevin recommended Nikola Corporation during the SPAC boom.
Now is the time to get on the Nikola train. Because heck, Nikola might be the next Tesla.
Initially, Nikola's stock surged to nearly $65 per share, but it soon plummeted following the allegations of fraud and misleading investors, which is another good term for fraud, and it dropped to around $11 per share by mid-2021. So if you'd invested $100 at its peak around $65 a share, when coincidentally Kevin was pumping the stock, your investment would be worth approximately $16.92 now, reflecting a significant loss of around 83%. Yikes. Cheers, Kev. Graham Stephan, the internet's most trusted fin guru, endorsed Ford as part of an investment experiment.
First, Ford. They're one of the largest auto manufacturers in the world.
Ford's stock, recommended at about $8.95 per share, rose to approximately $20.25 per share, but experienced significant volatility. If you had invested $100 at the peak price of $20.25, when Graham Stephan was telling you to, considering its current price is around $14 as of recent data, your investment would now be worth about $69.14, and you'd be out about 31% of your initial investment. Andre Jick heavily promoted cryptocurrency investments.
The grand total amount of money that I personally invested out of pocket, excluding Omi the Homie, in other words, my cost basis, is around $150,000, which is split almost evenly between Bitcoin and Ethereum, 50%.
At the peak of the crypto boom, his portfolio was valued at about $1.16 million, but by mid-2022, it dropped to just over $600,000. If you'd invested $100 in his crypto portfolio at its peak, it would now be worth approximately $51.72, reflecting a total loss of around 48%. And that's why you never trust an idiot telling you that crypto is going to be the new world's global currency, or that a JPEG of a monkey is an extremely valuable asset when you can just download the same thing from the internet. He's the most deluded of the three, in my humble opinion. You see, that's the problem here. A big chunk of their audience are just average people who want to get into the investment world with the hope of bettering themselves. And if you're a beginner, there is no easier and cheaper way to do that than make a simple YouTube search like best stocks to invest in 2024, and then follow what the YouTuber is recommending. People actually believe that these grifters are experts, and why wouldn't they? The way that they talk makes you believe they know what they're talking about, while in reality, they don't.
That's when I realized, wait a minute, investing is actually really simple. It's not scary at all.
I'm pretty sure they do a quick Google search about the stock maybe 5 minutes before they go live. So let's talk about Kevin Paffrath, known to most as Meet Kevin, the financial educator YouTuber who many consider to be one of the biggest scammers out there. I mean, you don't really have to look further than the guy's subreddit. People are hating on Kevin, and at least from my point of view, there's a good reason for it. But look, let's start at the beginning because Meet Kevin wasn't always talked about like this.
I'm real estate agent Kevin Paffrath.
Kevin actually used to be a financial educator who was thought of highly, you know? He made sensible content on how to safely invest your money in real estate or index funds so that you could minimize risk and still accumulate wealth over time.
Sellers of real estate are often under the impression that they can save money by offering less of a commission.
The problem with this is that Kevin and other finfluencers had what I like to call regular audience turnover. This means that people are watching Kevin's videos for the information and not so much for him. So after someone watched a video on how to set up a Roth IRA account, for example, or what real estate you should look into to invest, or even how to start investing, they'd gotten what they needed from Kevin and no longer returned to watch his channel again. This meant that Kevin never really retained viewers in the long run because viewers leaving were consistently being replaced with new viewers coming in. And at the end of the day, this is bad for business. Because if you can't build up a long-term audience to make money from a legitimate course or something where your audience has to know you to spend money on you, this meant that Kevin was forced to rely on other ways to earn revenue, less morally appropriate ways, like promoting these companies who approached him for sponsorships.
The guy's brilliant. He talks very fast, but he's brilliant, and I trust him and I like him.
And now I'm going to explain why I decided to use BlockFi.
The problem with this is that Kevin's audience was not experienced and they lacked real trading and investing knowledge, so they kind of just copied what Kevin did or said. Do you see where this is going? So when Kevin promoted these companies to make that Wi-Fi bread, of course he couldn't have always known that it would turn out bad. But ethically, he was sending new traders and investors whose actions sort of hung off of what he did or said to the slaughter. And guess what? People lost a lot of money.
Don't sue me, bro.
Look no further than FTX. After Kevin promoted, praised, and promised his investors FTX was the new great cryptocurrency exchange, it collapsed.
Sam Bankman-Fried has been sentenced to 25 years for what's been called one of the biggest financial crimes in US history.
Meet Kevin is a part of a $1 billion class action lawsuit that alleges several YouTube financial influencers promoted FTX without ever disclosing that they were being paid millions of dollars. The lawsuit claims that these promotions led many followers to invest in FTX, which resulted in significant financial losses when the exchange collapsed. Kevin and other defendants argue that they are not liable for their followers' investment decisions.
Don't sue me.
While this may be true, he's not explicitly responsible for his followers' decisions. How can you ever trust someone again to give you advice on financial decisions who says that they pretty much don't care what happens to their followers, even though those followers are directly making decisions based on the financial influencer's information? At the end of the day, Meet Kevin and his fellow finance gurus don't really practice what they preach. Or as the saying goes, look closely at what they're doing, not so much at what they're saying. So look, we may have focused on Meet Kevin there and singled him out a bit, but he probably deserved it. Now let's look at the overall concept of financial educators on YouTube, or the so-called gurus. The overall idea of them, apart from teaching people how to lose money, is that they want to monetize their audience as much as possible. But because they have relatively high audience turnover, they can't sell them a product like merch or a subscription because there's little connection between them and their audience. You can easily prove this by checking their comments section or their subreddits. So what does this force them to do? Well, 4 things. First, clickbait. That's how they pull in viewers. This means that creating videos with crazy clickbait titles and thumbnails, using big scary words like urgent, prepare, and it's happening. They talk about whatever's trending to get more clicks. Now, I'm not knocking the idea of grabbing attention for your videos though. We all know that YouTube is a packed marketplace of information, so you need to stand out, and clickbait kind of helps with that. I use it too. Here's one of my videos before I used a clickbait thumbnail, and here's the performance after. As you can see, clickbait helped quite a bit. But here's the difference. Using clickbait when you claim to be a financial expert is just wrong. Why? Because finance is supposed to be boring, not entertaining. Advice should be based on solid research and honest intentions, not sensationalism, or else stock market news would be delivered by stand-up comedians. When people see clickbait titles, they might be initially drawn in, but over time, they'll start to question the integrity of the information presented by these YouTubers. This can lead to a lack of trust in genuine financial advice, making it harder for real finance experts to help people. It's one thing to use clickbait for entertainment, but when it comes to people's hard-earned money and financial futures, the stakes are so much higher. This tactic is meant to scare their audience, making them think that they need to watch so they don't miss out on important market news. In truth, the news is rarely that important. So the next time you see Graham Stephan's video with that catchy thumbnail with his shocked or scared face in the corner, know that there's no urgency and there's nothing to prepare for. You're just being hoaxed into clicking and watching. You see, once you fall for the clickbait, the second most important step comes in: watch time. The way YouTube works is that the algorithm promotes videos that people watch for a long time. The longer people stay on the video, the more it gets pushed. If people leave quickly, YouTube thinks it's not a good video and stops promoting it, so it eventually gets buried. And since YouTube ad revenue is usually the main source of income, they need to come up with stuff, sometimes stupid stuff, to keep you watching for as long as possible and rack up that watch time. Andrej Jic, for example, is pretty famous for his magic tricks.
So one of my New Year's resolutions this year is to learn how to juggle playing cards. Whoa!
Yeah, that's impressive, but dude, get to the f***ing point. This is a finance video. I'm cool with being bored for 15 minutes if I'm gonna learn how to be a millionaire. Oh my god. This can also be fancy intros, funny punchlines, success stories, or really anything else. Usually they keep the main point that people clicked on the video for until the last minutes of the video. The longer you watch, the more ads you'll see and the more money that they'll make.
Please don't skip the ads.
That's why I believe these YouTubers are nothing more than entertaining salesmen. Moreover, they post new content every week, though new is really up for debate. Some even have more than one channel, like Graham Stephan, where they mainly talk about finance. And YouTube pays a lot for finance topics. For example, this is how much I make per 1,000 views, aka RPM for a video that isn't about finance, and this is my RPM when the video is about finance. Realistically, I wasn't even giving financial advice in this video, I was just analyzing the business practices of Shopify. As you can see, the difference is pretty drastic. And frankly, this strategy is working for them. In a few podcasts, they've admitted that they're making at least hundreds of thousands of dollars monthly or even yearly from YouTube ad revenue alone.
So here's the time frame. You see it's June 14th to September 26th. That's what's applied. Let's just get rid of this right here. There we go.
Third is sponsorships.
Thanks to our sponsor, Established Titles. Their project based on the historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lords or ladies in English.
And thanks to today's sponsor, Established Titles, you can do exactly that and become a lord or lady.
They don't care what they're promoting, as long as they're being paid heftily for it.
And so I think it exposes a big gaping flaw in this influencer world, where it's not just the greed, it's just this systemic failure of people to recognize their own lack of expertise.
Heck, Graham Stephan even admitted in a video that his fans would be disappointed in him if he passed up an opportunity that paid him a lot. So his values go right out the window if the money is right. And because of this, they fell into the scandal that sparked all of this outrage in the first place.
Today we're talking about a bank promoted by YouTubers that's now become a casino and users can't get their money out.
A bunch of influencers on YouTube, including Graham Stephan and Andrej Jic, heavily promoted Yada savings and pushed people to put their entire savings into it. But in an unfortunate turn of events, a conflict arose between Synapse, Yada's now bankrupt payment processor, and Evolve, Yada's bank. This has locked up about 850,000, possibly even millions of customers out of their money.
Over $60,000 frozen up in Yada.
$15,440.06 frozen in Yada.
$7,270.60 frozen.
$583.
$98,000 frozen in Yoda.
$94,000, give or take, frozen.
$46,699.
To add more insult to injury, Stephan hasn't budged. It's like he doesn't care about his followers, even though he knows they copy everything that he does. First it was FTX, then BlockFi, then Established Titles, and now this. Please remind me why anyone would just trust him or any other financial YouTubers with product recommendations. Investing in what they promote is about as smart as buying a useless crypto coin from BitBoy Crypto. Again, all they care about is money, zero integrity. Or as Echoes from Above put it,
this guy would literally promote anything. If you pay him enough, this guy would do a sponsorship of the freaking cartel. I always make that joke. Graham Stone would be like, hey guys, today's video is sponsored by the cartel. Use my coupon code Stefan and get 20% off of any drink of your choice.
It's not like the creators go into a video knowing that their sponsor is a scam or making stock predictions they'll deliberately lose their viewers' money. Or do they? Probably not, right? At the end of the day, the creators occasionally compromise their morals and best judgment for views and brand deals, which negatively impacts their viewers. But it's not like it's only one person doing it. If you look hard enough, you can find any of these gurus that have done it at some point. That brings us to the final way that they make money off of their audience, and the one that I don't like the most. I actually hate it. Selling courses.
So is now the right time to join? Well, you gotta ask yourself, are you ready to take that first step? Are you ready to take that first step on building your wealth and learning the solid foundations of the psychology of money so you could either break out of a paycheck to paycheck trap or start building your wealth even more than what you have now to make sure your money is working for you as best as possible.
Meet Kevin's real estate investing and stock market investing courses, if you can even call them that, are priced at around $2,000 a piece. Personally, you'd have to pay me that much just to listen to his nonsense. Anyway, in these courses, Kevin promises to teach comprehensive investment strategies. However, beyond the availability of free information on the internet, these courses often lack depth and fail to provide actionable insights specific to various market conditions. Many users have reported that the content is overly general and padded with filler material, which doesn't justify the high cost. Additionally, the courses tend to push Kevin's affiliate links and products, so really we see Kev as just always looking to make money off of his audience and funnel them into his next money-making scheme, which raises questions about their primary purpose being educational versus monetization. Look, to finish my rant on Meet Kevin for this video, the guy just seems to funnel his viewers from money-making scheme to the next. From his YouTube channel, to his courses, to his affiliate links, it's just one scheme after another, and I must say I'm thoroughly unimpressed. Graham Stefan's The Real Estate Agent Academy and the YouTube Creator Academy courses promise to cover everything from real estate investing to growing a YouTube channel. Again, beyond just free content availability, these courses often fall short by providing generic advice that doesn't cater to individual needs. Many customers highlight that the courses are heavily focused on upselling other products and services, and the real estate strategies discussed are often too simplistic and not adaptable to different market conditions. Additionally, the courses have been criticized for not providing sufficient ongoing support or even updates, leaving students with outdated information. Andre Jick's Crypto Investing Masterclass and Stock Market Investing courses, each priced at about $300, promise detailed insights into cryptocurrency and stock market investments. However, once more, apart from the information being one Google search away, these courses have been criticized for their lack of practical, real-world applicability. The strategies he recommends are theoretical and may not be suitable for all types of investors, particularly those with limited capital or risk tolerance, aka beginners. So you see, it's kind of similar with all three of these gurus. As much as we highlighted Meet Kevin, they all do it. They all sell overpriced courses filled with generic content in an attempt to upsell you and make more money off of you. And it stems from their social proof, which is their YouTube channels. And if you fucked up after following their courses or purchasing them, guess what? That $2,000 got you some premium, quote, not financial advice.
And I love making videos. I don't know, I love sharing the news. I love doing real estate. I love all of it. I love playing with stocks and I love winning in stocks, and I love sharing that excitement with all of you on the channel and on the course. So
look, you know the saying, during a gold rush, sell shovels. It means if you want to make money off of desperate people, sell them hope. And that's exactly their business model, capitalizing on people's dreams that they can change their lives overnight by blindly following a YouTuber. Here's the truth. Unless it's Nancy Pelosi giving you advice, that's not how the world works.
Tic-tac-toe, a winner.
Finance is usually boring. and big profit from stock investments takes years to show. Changing your life overnight is a lie. Do not fall for these schemes, and never just copy what they do. You are the product here. If you're watching them for entertainment, go ahead, but honestly, they're not even entertaining anymore. They're just lazy, recycling the same videos over and over again. These finance YouTubers have a complete history of promoting and recommending garbage. Feel free to check their own comments and subreddits. They're being exposed every day. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you learned something, please like and subscribe. This will help us a lot. We really appreciate you here at Shortary. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to let us know your opinions in the comments below. Talk to you next time.